Hey guys, Chef Sel right here with an easy, creamy, garlicky Parmesan chicken thigh recipe. It's keto, it's low carb, and we're gonna make some sauteed spinach to go underneath that and a nice garlic sauce. I have about 6 of them here ready to go. You're gonna get yourself ground nutmeg, Italian seasoning, some grated Parmesan cheese. You don't need a lot of that, maybe like a half a cup, but I'll show you later. Some grated extra sharp cheddar cheese. We want some scallions. You're gonna slice them up. You got yourself an onion. You got yourself some whipping cream, heavy whipping cream, salt and pepper, of course, garlic. I have sliced mushrooms, 2 8-ounce packages. That equals 1 pound. And 2 pretty big bags of spinach, 10 ounces a piece. But you know this stuff, right? You cook it and it's like shrinkage. Room temperature cream cheese for that delicious sauce, and garlic and chili powders, cooking sherry. That's everything. But as you break it down, it's not going to seem like a lot, so don't worry. So let's get right into cooking. Let's say hello first and stick around for that extra little magic thing we're going to do with the chicken. Chicken, garlic powder, see it in there? Chili powder, salt and pepper. That's it. We want to give it taste. I'm not going to just throw this thing into a casserole or throw it into a dish and then give it some heat and let it cook. I mean, it'll be pale, pale chicken with no taste. I don't do that here. You go out to dinner for that. Little olive oil, chicken down. As you can see, I didn't dust the other side yet, but we'll get to that. Regular 10-inch frying pan is good. Try to soak up some of that oil so she gets brown on you. We don't want to cook it all the way through. We're going to braise it in this cream sauce that you will see me do. While it's down, a little more chili powder on this side. Try to get it on the chicken. If you put it right on the pan, it's going to burn on you, Johnny. Garlic powder. El Solto, for all you Italians. Fresh cracked, Steels. 2 or 3 minutes aside is good. Let's get that nice color on there, as you'll see. Meantime, I grated that garlic, about 4 cloves. I cut up most of that bunch of scallions, and I sliced that onion pretty thin. Okay? Got it all in there? Sure. And we're going to use this as we go for different reasons. See that color? I was trying to tell you, but you didn't listen. Taste with your eyes. All right, stop. That's been around 3 minutes aside. Exit stage right, left, I don't know. Now that's tasty oil, folks. Because I know you're all wondering what you're going to put the onions in. Tasty oil, of course. Nice and thin. These are going to cook down, just like later when I show you the spinach. As you know, it's remarkably cooked down. But this will go down a little. I'm going to add just a little bit of this Olivari. Best olive oil on the market for the price. You can get it on Walmart.com. I'll put the link to buy for anything I use here. That might be tough to get in the stores in the description. Oh, man. Whew. Teaspoon or so of salt. Just season in layers, folks. Little pepper. Whatever you're cooking in this pan, give it a little seasoning. It'll all come together in the end. By the way, this is all a medium-high heat. Chicken and these onions here. Pretty soon we're going to put the garlic in. Can't put it in now, it's going to burn. Ruin your whole dish, and your day, and all your relationships. All right, there's my minced garlic. Get that in there. Now what you want to do, so it doesn't kind of cake up on you, hit it with a little dab of this oil, but just a little bit. It'll help break it up. Little cooking tip from old Chef Sel over here. What would you do without me? And the aim here is to go about a minute. Let that garlic get nice and aromatic. That means that they'll smell it next door. I'm going to flavor these onions now with about a half a tablespoon of this here Italian seasoning. Or you could use oregano, dried mixes, you know the story. Oregano and garlic cooking in a pan. with onions. How does that smell? Whew. All right, so this is ready to be put aside. I'm gonna plop it right on top of this chicken that's partially cooked, because I got more things to make in this pan. I got some mushrooms to cook down, etc. So let me get these out of here. I mean, that alone, the chicken and the onions here, look at this. That's a dish right there. I call it chicken and onions. All right, so you want to wipe down this pan. Be careful, it's going to be hot, but I want to keep it hot for obvious reasons. So just be careful, folks. I don't want any mummies. Pan up. A little more oil. Tablespoon's good. Those sliced mushrooms in there. Couple of teaspoons of salt, draw out the moisture. These things are made of water, these mushrooms. That's why they come down so fast and hard. Pep them up. And I like to add a little green in my mush. That's just some of those scallions. Let's get fancy. Show off, show off. I know. All those years of cooking school, at least I could show you something. And cook them down. Sherry cooking wine. You could put a little brandy in there too. I like to put them in the mushrooms because it's just a natural marriage. Maybe about a quarter of a cup is all. And that taste is going to leak into the cream sauce when we put the mushrooms in. I have a method to everything. Oh man, you should smell it. Good stuff. You want to cook the mushrooms now because you want to cook off all this water. Otherwise, if you throw the mushrooms into the sauce before you cook them down, you're going to get a watery sauce. That's not why you come to my kitchen. Okay, a lot of that moisture's gone, but the taste isn't. The taste has intensified. Lower the moisture, more of the taste. Transfer. Be careful, everything's hot. And these are going to get put aside in a bowl. Any kind of bowl's fine. Put that aside over here. Give me some more heat. Medium high again. Now we're going to build this cream sauce. Cheesy, Parmesan-y, cheddar-y. Give me about a cup, heavy cream. Add a little bit more of the sherry, quarter to a half. And I left this out of my opening because it's kind of like my tradition. I forget stuff. I'm gonna do about a quarter of a cup chicken broth, shredded top quality Parmesan. Get the best you can afford. Go for it. It's not just for crackers anymore, folks. Shredded cheddar. That was about a half a cup of that parm. I'm gonna go half cheddar still. I'm going nuts today. I'm going nuts. I want it to be thick, you know? And you gotta let it cook down, speaking of thick. Room temperature cream cheese. Trying to make it room temperature. It'll come down faster and easier. Yeah, that was about 4 ounces of that there. Cream cheese. You want to bring this to a simmer. I still have it on a medium high. And when it simmers, move it down, let it bubble about. Have it bubble about, mate. That was terrible. Make sure everything dissolves in there. Secret ingredient, pinch of nutmeg. And I mean a pinch. Goes a long way, this stuff, see? Quarter of a teaspoon max. It's already getting creamy and dreamy. I got to show you guys. See that? Oh man. Creamy and dreamy. Turning it down now. Down to a simmer. More towards the low than medium, but medium low. Now if it starts to get too thick, do not panic. That's what the chicken, I call it bouillon sometimes, chicken broth, is for. Okay? So don't get crazy. Don't worry. We'll put the top on to keep the moisture in. You knew all this. I know you did. Time for resubmersion. Chicken in. Get that juice in there. Be so selfish. Cover it. Normally when you braise you don't want to do this, but we're not gonna braise today. We're gonna sort of braise. Semi-braise. It's my show. I make up my own terms. And just get those mushrooms all over. Besides the spinach, 1 pot meal, feed a family of 4. Or get a bigger pot, get more stuff. Feed a family of 8. Now the chicken has to cook, so got to be patient. I'm going to put this aside, get a bigger pan, and start working on that spinach. That's gonna go underneath, like fancy restaurants, yeah. All right, so let's move this aside. Get that big pot in here and get some of that spinach cooking. Olivari. It's the best. That's garlic, 3 cloves. Spinach, bag 2. Make sure you start moving that around because remember, underneath there you got your garlic kind of smothered in there, but it's also cooking. We don't want it to burn, right? Don't worry, this comes down like you wouldn't believe. See, that garlic's brown now, it's perfect. You gotta keep it moving, keep it moving. Don't forget to stir your chicken off camera. Keep that chicken submerged too when you stir it. Check it out. It's like that song, Where Did All the Spinach Go? It's in there, don't worry. I'm gonna turn off the heat. I like the size of the leaves here. You can go smaller if you want, but I kinda like this. Little green, dark green, light green, pieces of garlic. Turn it off. Salt me and pepper me. About a teaspoon, salt, pepper. Eyeball it. 1/4 teaspoon's good. You want that chicken to go about 7 to 10 minutes because it's a low flame, you know, and you want to cook it all the way through. No pinkies on that chicken, please. Spinach. Just about ready to serve. I'm going to get a nice plate and do all that, but look at this. How delicious. Cheesy, garlicky, Parmesan, cheddar, mushroom, chicken delight. Keto friendly, low carb. I mean, come on. Let me get it all ready and I'll be back for the taste. Let's get some of this spinach on there. Garlicky spinach. Want to get a nice piece of chicken? I might go 2. Take 2. They're small. Get some of that sauce going. Right over the top with that sauce. I'm telling you. And what would this dish be, or any dish for that matter, without my friends, the scallions? Best garnish in the world. And a little oniony taste too. Easy, creamy, Parmesan, garlic, chicken thighs with mushrooms, garlic mushrooms I should say, and garlic spinach underneath. Let's get a taste. You can make this. Oh, you can make this. If I can make it, you can make it. Taste time. That cheese and the garlic are coming through. I'm telling you. Ladies and gentlemen, you gotta make it. I'll say it a million times. It's keto, it's low carb, it's chickeny, it's cheesy and garlicky. And remember, subscribe, hit the bell. We're coming out with a million of these great recipes, man. Don't miss out. And come over to Facebook, Chef Sells Crazy Cooking Show over there. Say hi, try the recipe, let me know how it does. Let me know how it does in your kitchen. Oh, man. Whew. I love that. I will see you next time.